For me, the youth, they're our future. We have to invest in our future, and we have to guide them on what's next for them, but really what's next for all of us, for this country. So for me, investing in our youth is everything, and as well as every time I work with our youth, especially our underprivileged youth, I always see myself. I always see it's almost like a mirror that I'm looking at, and I can see myself right at that same age, and the things that I was going through, the things that I was living through each and every day. So for me, that's near and dear to my heart. For me, it was probably about a 2-week search into the local scene of Chicago, our inner city, and all the great charities and foundations that are giving back to change lives and to impact kids. And I saw a group of individuals that were helping out, kind of on the front lines, really, of our homeless youth here in Chicago, and helping out those who are unable to help themselves. To give that helping hand to those youth who need it so desperately, who are just a circumstance of maybe what they were born into or what they weren't born into. So for me, that was, that kind of pulled at my heartstrings, and I know that, it was something I had to support. It was something that I had to huddle around and be a part of. As far as the long-term impact, you really got to think about the short-term gains. Just kind of the short little steps, and to get to where we all want to get to. It's our world isn't perfect. Obviously, our country isn't perfect. There's no country that's perfect, but we all can strive for that perfection. I think that's one thing that we do here in the U.S., here in Chicago, very well, is we're all striving, for that utopia, where no kids suffer, where no kid goes hungry, and where no kid goes cold because they don't have a shelter. And I think those small gains, we need to give our time and our effort to our future, which is our youth, especially the ones who are in their circumstance not by their own doing. That's the big thing that I see when I see an underprivileged youth, or when I see a kid on the streets, freezing cold, how can you not have the compassion to want to reach out and help and do something? Truly, I see myself in that kid. I know what that feels like to wonder, where your future is going to be, and where your next meal is going to be, and to sleep in all your clothes. Boundaries. I faced at just about every wall you could have faced. As far as boundaries go, I don't think there was a boundary that wasn't thrown my way as a young boy. And if that's from being dropped off at 11 years old by your mom, or or being given away by your father, given away by your stepfather. I think basically everybody that was involved with me as a young boy, sold me out and just kind of walked away from me. Even back to being told, what my future worth would be, which is begging for money. I was told, you better learn how to beg for quarters because that's all you'll be doing. So, my message really for our youth is no matter what wall that faces you, or whatever wall is thrown at you. You know, I've never met one that I didn't have a bigger ladder for. You know, so for me, you know, I just climb over each and every one of those walls, and you know, you and we and us adults, we can help them, you know, and help them find those ladders to be able to scale those walls. You know, sometimes those walls are pretty obvious, you know, as far as shelter goes, but you know, a lot of those walls are internal. You know, there's a lot of walls being put up mentally, you know, for a lot of our youth, and so, you know, we need to give them every ladder that we can. You know, I just say spread love and positivity, and you know, I know 2020 has been a very difficult year for us all on every front. You know, it's touched every person in this world, which is extremely unique. But also, you know, it's caused a lot of damage for a lot of us in this country. You know, a lot of separation on many fronts. You know, and you know, I think we all need to, you know, just take a breath and to look around and appreciate each and every individual. You know, because you know, we are all our brother's keeper, and you know, where we go from here is up to us. And you know, the U.S. is a pretty resilient bunch, so you know, I can't wait to see what our future holds, not only for ourselves but for our children.